Hi, my name is Justin Mark, and this is part 3 of my OLTD 507 project number 1. In this project, I'll be examining the 3 best tools for teachers, cloud tools for teachers, and the 3 best cloud tools for students. It's November 28th, and I think I've got 2 or 3 more days for the end of the month, and that explains my bearded appearance, or Movember mustache. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here, but I'm going with it. Alright, so the first tool I'd like to talk about is Google Drive, and this is my first choice for both teachers and for students. Kind of a cop-out choosing both, but when I looked at all the tools that I examined, and when I look at my own practice, I find that I keep coming back to this tool. Lots of times with different programs and different online tools, you try them, you use them, you leave them, but this seems to be a solid one. The interface is excellent. So in terms of, I'll kind of break down why I think it's the best tool for both teachers and students. For teachers, it's a way to collaborate with each other. It's a way to, like at our school, we use Google Drive for shared calendars. We use it for booking lab times, and I've even seen models where an entire school can be hosted, or entire school's system can be hosted on Google Drive. So collaborative documents, planning committees, things like that. I think it's a really valuable tool. In terms of instruction, you can share documents with students. I've used it in my classroom to build collaborative documents with students. We're doing a sports unit right now, and we're doing a look at Rocket Richard and the Montreal Canadiens, and the whole class. We used a Google Doc to build a collaborative document, a research document on Maurice Richard. So from that context, it's excellent. Also, the features to use Google presentations. Right now my history students are doing collaborative work on building a set of notes for World War II using Google presentations, and so it's just a really excellent package. It works really well, and it's my first choice, and I think it sort of has staying power. My second choice, and again a bit of a cop-out, not meant to be, but it's more earnestly, it is Weebly. And when I started this program, we were asked to build a Weebly website, and in the past I'd had a WordPress document for my racing and for sponsorship, and so I'd had experience building websites, building a website using WordPress in the past, and I found Weebly much better. I was able to build it. We've built a school website using Weebly, and I've used the free version, which is good as a basic tool, and the pro version, which is excellent. The ability also to purchase your own domain name is a nice added bonus, which we've done with our school. For students, I've had all my students build Weebly sites from grade 8 to grade 12. The drag and drop functionality is excellent, and again, while using WordPress, there are perhaps more options. I don't see really any major limitations with Weebly, and the positives far outweigh the negatives. For a teacher, the ability to, I use Weebly as a basic LMS. The students would come to my site, they're able to find all the information for their classes. I'm able to all store and act as a hub for all the other student websites and so on. So it's been a really good tool. The free version is fairly robust. The more I use Weebly, and the more I use Weebly Pro, there's times I wish my students had Weebly Pro, but we definitely, with Weebly, we rely on YouTube, and that hasn't been too much of a problem so far in terms of uploading video, but certainly there are more options for uploading video with the Pro version. But I do find the functionality of the free version is good enough. And so for students producing material, and for my students to use it as an online binder or portfolio, we just haven't had any problems. The one mention, or I guess the one issue that I would mention, this isn't really a problem with Weebly, is that our lab has an outdated browser because of its compatibility with BC ESIS, which don't think we'll have much longer, thankfully. Um, there were some issues in terms of bugginess with Internet Explorer 7, but other than that, we've been flying along with Weebly, and I'll probably continue to use it. I don't see any reason. Everything else I've looked at is good, but again, I keep coming back to Weebly. There's a certain comfort, but I think there's also, I think they've earned their stripes. And so the third tool I'm going to cite for teachers, and it's a tool I didn't actually put in my 10, although if I'd done 15 I would have added it, was Twitter. Twitter is a tool that I think is huge for teachers in terms of establishing a personal learning network. I hated Twitter when I started. My account got hacked and sent out funny messages to people I knew. It just seemed like Facebook Lite to me. I didn't really get it. And then I tried it again during Randy Lavante's course when we were asked to use it, and it was kind of better, but then I kind of left it. And it was finally during Alex Couros' course that I finally got it. I started adding and following different profiles and building my personal learning network. And then over the summer in our free time, I actually started to really enjoy using Twitter. And for me, my Twitter's three-pronged. I talk a bit about my family, and I talk a bit about my racing profession, and then I have my personal learning network in terms of education. So I kind of have a three-headed monster profile, I suppose. So people who don't like cycling probably don't enjoy following me, but that's me. But I found so many resources, educational resources through Twitter, and I feel like I'm able to share in a fairly comfortable way. And so I think it's really enriched my practice. And when I think of the learning that I've added during my master's, and I think of what I'll do when it ends, I know that because of the personal learning network I've established through Twitter, that my learning of new ideas will not come to an end. So that's kind of an exciting prospect. So I would really recommend Twitter for other educators and teachers. And then my third tool for students was Duolingo. And this tool it's not really a tool that shouts creativity. It's more of it's a gamification model. It's a crowdsourced language tool. It has its limitations, but it's addictive. And I use it sort of as kids would do it once a week, or they do it on their own. It's got great compatibility with the iOS devices, and I think they have a Samsung model launched as well just recently for portable phones. It's fun. It's addictive. There's a element of translating and connecting with other people, and it's multilingual, and I think it's not an advertising based project. I think it was established by a university professor, and so it's a fairly noble cause, and it's not really out to get your money, and it's a free tool, and I like it. It doesn't really yell creativity, but I look at all the other tools, and I look at things like Powtoons, and I look at Prezi, and look at all the presentation software. I like them, and I like students to use them. I like students to have the choice in using them. I like to introduce them in certain lessons. But again, with the ones that I've mentioned today, they seem to be sort of the lasting tools, almost the backbone tools that I keep coming back to. And I like trying new things. I like students to try new things. I like having that flexibility. But my list today, they're my favorites, and they're the ones that I think have staying power. So that's it for today, and hope everybody has a great week. Cheers. Bye.